Welcome. I welcome you all on behalf of Jin Shin Jyutsu Spirit, Mind, Body to our weekly self-care meditation. So for those of you who don't meditate, you could just relax and maybe you're experiencing something. And those of you who do Jin Shin Jyutsu self-care, there's a great way to meditate. Today, our focus, as you see on our title, has to do with the face, facial nerve issues, trigeminal nerve, which is the name of the primary nerve that goes through the face. We've done this application in previous times with the focus on the teeth, the gum, the jaw. You could use them for both. But a lot of people don't realize that this will help the nerve. And with all things that we're working with or dealing with in Jin Shin Jyutsu, or really anything, time is of importance. The sooner you treat somebody, the more rapid the results. If you can work with somebody within that first 24 hours, is much more remarkable than if you're working with somebody who's had an older situation. So if they've had facial paralysis for a longer time, it's so much deeper into the body, the habits of the muscles, the blood flow, all of that is hard to shift. It's only meaning hard takes more time. So I would suggest if somebody has a old situation and you're really motivated, a half an hour twice a day, an hour twice a day, the more you do it, the more rapid. If you're with somebody who has this situation very acutely, or it happens to you, I would work on it until it resolves. There's no limit to that. Self-care has no time. You can go to sleep for hours doing this. You can watch something, whatever works for you. It's a great thing to do when you're not engaged in something, watching TV, listening to a lecture, a concert, whatever it is. So this is a very simple application. You take if you have paralysis on one side, that would be the side that you focus on. So in this case, I'm going to put my opposite hand to my cheek, and I'm working on my left face, and my left hand will go to my left shoulder. So it's basically the cheek, and you can go anywhere from high up by the jaw all the way down towards the nose. So it's right along the bone here, this whole region here. And you can feel it. It might be a little uncomfortable, and you don't put pressure. You hold it very lightly. And then the other hand is just below the collarbone, as you see in the diagram there. And you could feel along the collarbone, close to the shoulder or a little bit closer to the sternum. You find where the tenderness is and just relax. I like doing this either in bed with pillows, or I can do it sitting up with a table. I have a table right beneath me. That way my hands stay nice and relaxed and I can be comfortable. If you don't have the ability or the flexibility in your shoulder or your elbow to do this, go wherever you can. It can be farther down. Just be comfortable. Comfort is key. And same thing with your face. If this is uncomfortable, you can reverse your hands. It's a little bit more efficient doing it this way, but this is going to be okay too. All right? And as Mary Burmeister says, the only mistake you can make is not to do it. Okay? So let go of all fear, anxiety, and those of you who are perfectionists, you can let go of that too. And this is a good flow to help to relax the mind. If you're anxious, stressed out, feeling a little depressed, this simple application can help you feel remarkably calm, remarkably in a state of wellness. So let's let go. And let's do this work together. And if you want to, pay attention to your breath. Notice your breath and bring it down into your lower abdomen so that you're inhaling and your belly expands. And when you relax or exhale, it releases. For some people, it's more efficient to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Or inhale and exhale through your nose. And as you're breathing in and out through your nose, notice which nostril you feel more breath in. And as we do this flow for these remaining 20 minutes, you'll notice that the other nostril will start opening also, and you'll start feeling the breath more abundant coming into your lungs. So relax. Get comfortable. If you're seated, notice your feet flat on the ground and feel a connection as though you have big red boots and you're rooted into Mother Earth. And you allow this feeling to drain away all your tension, all of your worries. And if you're here with me today and you have pain, feel it like a river draining down into the earth. And no matter how intense that pain may be, you stay focused on the movement of a river of life, the river that flows through all of us, and allow it to slowly drain and dissolve the tension, the pain, the disharmony that you may be experiencing. If you feel any pain, just hold a little lighter. Be relaxed. Drop your shoulders. Let go. And yet, if you can, keep your spine as straight as possible to allow the channel that goes up through the spine, through the base of the spine, to rise through every vertebrae to the top of your head. This is the movement and yogic philosophy of the Kundalini, the serpent that rises up and brings our spiritual energies to the flame that sits above our head. And you may have seen some diagrams, some statues, some images that reflect this. But we all have it, whether we believe it or not. And just to begin to imagine this breath coming up through the base of your spine, and with each inhale, it's rising up vertebrae by vertebrae, bringing alignment, bringing vitality, bringing healing. And wherever you may feel or perceive some congestion, some heat, trust that intuition and just breathe in and breathe out that area. And if you're not perceiving that, you could imagine breathing in light. And light has no color, but you may begin to perceive a specific frequency of color, a specific ray, which is where that area is represented, and you just breathe it in and you breathe it out, filling your whole body with light. And especially where you may be feeling discomfort. Closing your eyes if you wish, and going a little deeper. And as you go deeper, you begin to let go of your personality. You're letting go of all of the beliefs and desires that you hold, all of the interactions with others from the past and the present, opening the way for a new future for all of us. And as each of us move forward in this abundant light, we are helping the world. And we're helping all those who may not be aware of this. All those who may be suffering in whatever area, whatever country, whatever climate, whatever they may be suffering through. We're releasing the world with each breath. And you may specifically have an area of the world that you're more focused on. And you could focus on that behalf, bringing in light and letting go of stress. Bringing healing to a world and to those in need. And breathing in the light and breathing it out and opening the way for all the leaders of the world to have a new awakening, a new consciousness of service to all, and not just to a few, but to all beings, to all living things, to the animal kingdom, to those in nature, the plant world, to the elements, that we all begin to live in harmony on Mother Earth, giving power of love to all those who feel powerless, giving hope to those who may be suffering so deeply that they have given up. Breathing in light and breathing it out to all those who have lost loved ones, bringing them comfort. Breathing in and breathing out all tension that you may feel within you or you may feel outside. Breathing out for the world, the traumas of wars in Europe, in the Middle East, in Asia, in Africa, in South America and North America, in the Pacific and the islands, until you can imagine a whole world every living thing living in harmony, living in respect and acceptance of one another. Feeling yourself expanding this light to encompass the whole world, from the outer atmosphere to the very center of the earth, cleaning away the pollutants, cleaning away all of the thought forms of negativity and destruction, and you feel the movement of love through you outward. And it has a very specific color and frequency. And see that and trust it. You are tuning in to this vast cosmic movement of humanity, of evolution. The movement back to the light. Back to our original blueprint. And in that blueprint is peace and wellness. And we move out of the consciousness of suffering, of being separate from one another, isolated, alone, and moving in to the great ocean where we all dwell. The ocean of light, the ocean of what we may call the Creator, of Source, or whatever name you prefer. And you relax even more, going deeper and deeper, until you no longer even hear the sound of my voice. Every thought that pulls you out, allow the breath to bring you back to the center, rooted in the earth, Nothing can move you. You feel the stillness of the universe, the great silence. And keep relaxing all of your muscles, everything in your body, connecting to the great rhythm, the rhythm of life. Filling yourself to overflowing and feeling it going out to your loved ones, to those you may not know, going out to those who may be difficult. Breathing it out to whoever you feel resistance to, and open your heart and let go. Open yourself even more, going deeper and deeper into the center, to the center of your holiness and your connection to Source. Feeling the light beneath your hands, moving through your cheeks, your teeth, your jaw, all of the nerves. A light and a glow of healing. You may begin to perceive the energy moving downward from the face to the upper chest, and ultimately down into your toes, descending from heaven into the earth, constantly checking yourself to release any tension that comes up. Holding strong, staying awake and focused. Each of us are limitless in our potential. Go beyond discomfort, go beyond the mind and the emotions to the very center, to the great I am. I am one with all life. If you're struggling, open up more. Open to the invisible realm for help, and it will come, and you will feel relief. And you will feel a part of the great ocean of life. Breathing out every thought until you feel the emptiness. Hold it for a few more moments. Sacrifice your discomfort to want to go deeper and deeper. Holding yourself in the center. You are the master of your mind. You control it. It does not control you. Breathing in light and breathing it out to fill the room you live in, that you sit in, till you feel your whole house alight and aglow, filled with love and healing for all who enter it. The light cannot be contained, and you feel it expanding to your neighbors in all directions, spreading out like a great wave to all the trees and plants and homes and people. A wave of light. Now with keen investigation, look inward as though you were an empty vessel, breathing in the light, and wherever you may still perceive some tension, some discomfort, something irregular, and breathe into those areas. Feel the healing light, dissolving the material world of tension and trauma. Open yourself up to a miracle, to that which cannot be explained. but we receive it with great gratitude. Slowly, feel yourself seated or lying down where you are, the feet on the ground, the seat on your chair or your bed or your surface. Feeling the breath becoming deeper and fuller, your hands relaxed, and if you want to put your hands down, that's fine. Or you could stay there. You allow yourself the time to get back in your body, to be able to feel yourself fully before you go and move. Drinking water is always excellent after doing self-care. You could do this flow on other people. It's the same application. You simply work on the side where it's manifesting. Pain, paralysis, numbness. This is excellent to do before and after any dentistry, procedure that has to be done. It's excellent. I do that all the time. On behalf of Jin Shin Jyutsu Spirit, Mind, Body, I would like to thank you for taking the time to be with us. Please share your comments. Share any subject you'd like us to do in the future. Especially wonderful if you could share your experience, if you've had your own personal transformation through the application of your hands on yourself or other people. We build a library of testimonials to be able to inspire others of the power of this simple art. Our hands helping ourselves, helping others. I wish each of you wellness, success with this simple application, health, happiness, and most definitely safety. In a world which is in such turmoil, where there are no sides, it's simply all of us, Jin Shin Jyutsu, the deep art of compassion, is open to all. We just simply have to put our hands on ourselves or others. Take good care. Thank you very much. We'll be back next week for another self-care 30 minutes. Bye-bye.